Job losses, wage stagnation, and household debt are not the only troubles that Americans have to overcome. A recession is looming over the country's horizon. Recently released data showed that U.S. economy contracted by 1% during the first 3 months of 2016, after it grew at a mere 0.8% during last year's final quarter. This marks the first time since 2011 that the economy experienced 2 consecutive quarters of declining growth. Media outlets and market analysts now predict a recession to hit as early as 2017, which might also knock down global economies such as Canada, Mexico, and Germany. However, some economists still believe that this would happen much later or not at all. Even so, it is important to note that this recession, or whatever we want to call it, might serve as a wake-up call for many Americans. Media outlets and market analysts are starting to focus on the potential for a recession in the near future. This is due to the increase in interest rates, the decrease in foreign investment, and the decrease in overall spending. Many market analysts are predicting that the recession will start within the next 6 to 18 months. With this in mind, small business owners are looking for strategies on how they can survive a recession. This article goes through the 10 strategies that have been seen to provide some level of protection against a recession. They include maximizing marketing efforts during a downturn, reducing debt and interest payments in advance, minimizing the effects of an economic slowdown by diversifying your venture, expanding your business's appeal to new markets, not cutting down on employees' salaries if possible, creating a contingency plan if you lose a major source of revenue, keeping your company's website up at all times, striving to fix on-site problems before customers discover them. These strategies have been known to work during a recession, but it is also important to note that every recession is different, and thus, these strategies will need to be adjusted accordingly. As an entrepreneur and business owner, you must do what you can to protect your company from financial loss. You can't prevent the economy from slowing down, however, you can be prepared when the hard times do come. What are some things you can do to prevent a recession from happening in the first place? Some things you can do to prevent a recession from happening in the first place include optimizing operational efficiency, improving customer experience, and discovering hidden sources of revenue. It's also important to improve risk management by streamlining processes and staying up to date with current market trends. How can a company survive a recession? A company can survive a recession by being realistic about the impact, being adaptive to changes around them, and maximizing opportunities that come their way. Adaptability is important because it helps you maintain both your revenue and budget so they won't be affected too greatly by a recession. Maximizing opportunities allows you to engage in business deals and marketing efforts that can help your company become even more successful. How will the job market change during a recession? The job market will be changed by fewer jobs becoming available or needing to be filled, increased competition when it comes to job seekers, and hiring managers being more cautious before hiring new employees. People will also be less interested in training programs that are available to them, which means they must be able to show prospects that they have the skills required for the position first. How can you survive a recession? There are several ways one can survive an economic downturn. One of the best ways is to be prepared. It's important to spend the time and money needed to get your business out of debt and invest in new ventures that can help it grow. You should also develop contingency plans for when things go wrong, such as developing a strong marketing strategy and creating a business plan regarding how you can maintain profitability. What job opportunities may arise during a recession? As more than 14 million people are expected to be unemployed during the next few years, jobs for these areas will become available. Some of the most in-demand positions include customer service representatives, accountants, product managers, and software engineers. How can you leverage your work to increase job opportunities? A successful business model can provide a high level of value, which makes it attractive to potential investors. For example, if you always have a quality product that is available at all times and you offer excellent customer service, then this shows that your company has a strong work ethic. This sends the message to others to do business with your company because they will not be disappointed. What are the top skills needed to survive a recession? The top skills employers are looking for when it comes to surviving an economic downturn include communication, problem-solving abilities, critical thinking, and empathy. Can you communicate effectively with your team? Are you able to solve any problems that may arise in the workplace without difficulty? Can you think critically and understand complex problems and challenges? Can you empathize with your employees and customers when they experience hardships? What should companies consider in the face of a recession? When it comes to surviving an economic recession, there are several things managers must consider. It's important for business owners to maintain their financial health through cost-cutting and prioritizing revenue growth. It's also vital for them to show their employees that they value their contributions and seek opportunities to motivate them to do better. Managers must also continue building relationships with suppliers and clients because these connections can help solidify business deals and partnerships. Here are some tips you can follow to make sure your business is properly prepared for an economic slowdown. Number 1. Educate yourself on the type of recession occurring. Most recessions are caused by a credit crunch, which occurs when businesses and consumers have spent beyond their means. This eventually leads to an oversupply of goods, resulting in the devaluation of products. During this time, it is best to focus on projects that can produce revenue while limiting costs. Number 2. Cut your business's expenses to the bone. It might be hard to let go of some expenses because you have always spent money on them even during good times. However, it is important to remember that you need to survive a recession first if you want your business to grow. If you keep spending, then expect your company's revenue to be affected in the future. Number 3. Maximize marketing efforts during a downturn. You might need to spend more money on marketing now than usual because customers are more hesitant to spend money during times like these. You need to make sure your brand is visible in order for potential customers to know where they can buy your products. Number 4. Reduce debt and interest payments in advance. A recession might mean the increase in unemployment rates, which means less wages coming into the economy, resulting in an increase in debt defaults. It is best to pay off existing debt as soon as possible if you want to avoid interest rates from rising. Number 5. Minimize the effects of an economic slowdown by diversifying your venture. If all you do is rely on one or two products, then expect to suffer during a recession because both types can easily become devalued. However, if you have a wide range of products and services to offer, then you might be able to weather the storm even better. Number 6. Expand your business's appeal to new markets. A recession should not stop you from exploring other markets because this could mean additional revenue for your company. In fact, developing new products and services can help you find new customers. Number 7. Don't cut down on your employees' salaries if possible. Expect employees to be more hesitant to spend money even when they are still working because of how unstable the economy is right now. As their employer, you should not pass this sentiment on to them. Number 8. Create a contingency plan if you lose a major source of revenue. It sucks to consider losing a vital business component as a contingency plan, but it's better to be prepared for the worst. Before this happens, however, you should secure resources that can help make up for lost revenue, such as additional sources of capital. Number 9. Keep your company's website up at all times. If you do nothing else, then make sure your website is accessible 24/7 because this could help generate revenue through online sales during a recession. This can be done by making it mobile-friendly and secure. Number 10. Strive to fix any on-site problems before customers discover them. People tend to notice when things are not right with your business, which can result in negative word-of-mouth publicity that could hurt your company's image. Make sure you have a procedure in place that allows employees to report issues immediately so they can be fixed without delay.